Welcome, everyone. We want to welcome everyone for coming out to the Clifton Church Water Main Replacement Project virtual community meeting. Next slide. My name is Cassandra Marshall. I'm the Assistant Director of the Capital Improvement Program for Watershed Management. I oversee the construction staff, the construction management team. Next slide. We want to take a second to have a moment to discuss the commissioners for this project. I'm not sure if we have anyone here from their office. If we do, let's give them a moment to speak. This is in District 3 and Super District 6, Commissioner Nicole Messiah and Commissioner Ted Terry. So the meeting agenda will be as follows. My name is Cassandra Marshall again. I'll be doing welcome and introductions. The greetings, if we had the commissioners present, would have come from the commissioners. I will also be giving a watershed overview of what we do within watershed management. We also have other DWM team members that would do other speeches. Bobby Kilpatrick is the construction project manager for the project. He would talk about the problem and the solution. Mr. Andre Martin, he's the inspection supervisor. He would talk about the project scope and the construction overview. Mr. Bobby Kilpatrick will then come again and discuss what you would see within the community. And lastly, we will end with Patrice Johnson discussing the communications. Next slide. So what we do within Watershed, we pretty much do two things. We intake water from the river. We treat and produce safe drinking water to bring it to your homes. And we also collect that wastewater from your home and treat it and release it back into the environment. We currently serve approximately 700,000 plus ratepayers. Within our safe drinking water treatment plant, we treat up to 128 million gallons per day of safe drinking water. We distribute into the system roughly 70 million gallons of safe drinking water. And we treat up to 56 million gallons per day of wastewaters. Next slide. So why are we doing this project? Basically, because just the infrastructure is aged. We want to reduce water main breaks and we want to improve our customer service. And ultimately, in the end, this will upgrade our community for future generations. Next slide. Team introductions. Along with DWM, we also have a host of people that help us to get this work done. We have AECOM, they're our program manager. The construction management from the consultant team will be handled by CGA Solutions, and the contractor is Ruby Collins Contractor. Next slide. So now you will hear from Mr. Bobby Kilpatrick. He's the construction project manager for this project. He has over 26 years of experience. He's managed large and small projects. He will ultimately get this job done in time and in a timely fashion.
Next slide. I'm Bobby Kilpatrick. As Ms. Cassandra Marshall stated, I will go over the problems and the solutions of this project. We have excessive water main breaks. We faced about 59 water main breaks from 1989 to 2024, with aged infrastructure installed between 1947 and 1955. Our operational efficiencies are tuberculate, undersize, and corrosion. Next slide, please. Capital improvement project overview and the solution. In 2024, the Board of Commissioners approved a new CIP for $4.27 billion for projects to be completed from 2025 to 2034. What is a capital improvement project? A project that helps maintain or improve an asset, the new construction or replacement of infrastructure. Clifton Church water main project is a $6.1 million project that is included in this plan. The CIP team is responsible for executing the work done after the engineering has been completed. And if you look to the right, what we plan to do is to reduce emergency repairs, stop the breaks, protect the environment, and improve sustainability. Next slide, please. Now you will hear from Mr. Andre Martin, which is our inspection supervisor.
Good evening, all. Hope everyone is having a good evening. Next slide, please. My name is Andre Martin. I'm going to be handling the inspections for the Clifton Church water main replacement project. The scope of this project is to install nearly 2,200 linear feet of 8-inch and 8,400 linear feet of 12-inch ductile iron pipe, which will act as the water main. This also includes installing service lines, hydrants, valves, and pavement restoration, meter boxes, and grading out yards. The water line will be in the street, and the trench will be milled and resurfaced once the new water main installation is complete. The existing Citrix main that's out there serving the community will be abandoned in place, and it will be grout filled with non-shrink grout. The site conditions will not be altered from existing, as far as we can tell. All disturbed pavement and landscaping will be replaced in kind. We will install erosion control measures, which are called BMPs, and they will be installed throughout the entire project while we are installing this new main. We will not have any more than 1,000 linear feet of trench open at one time. And at the end of the day, we will backfill that and we will put some binder down so we won't be rolling over a rough patch. And it will be covered daily. Next slide, please. The project overview is we're going to start at Clifton Church. We're going to go at Clifton Church from Boulder View, go down Clifton Church, and then come back up Clifton Church Road till we get to Flat Shoals. There are approximately 500 residents that are impacted by this project, and it's in the DeKalb County, and the following streets will be affected. Real quickly, it'll be Gresham, Boulder View, Parker Ranch, Zane Gray, Tally Ho Drive, Richard Allen, Weekirk, Knight Court, Hallmark Court, Coral Drive, Cottonwood Drive, Clifton Springs Way, Clifton Springs Road, Flat Shoals, and Meadowview Drive. Next slide, please. The method we're going to use to install this pipeline is called open cut. It's when we saw cut the road, and then we have a piece of trackhoe or heavy equipment to dig that trench up. We go down about 3 or 4, sometimes 5 feet. We install a new line in that trench line, and then we backfill the trench, and we're going to replace it with asphalt daily. Next slide, please. The project scheduled for 9 months, 9 to 12, depending on weather. Since we get into the winter months, that might slow us down a little bit, but usually we might be able to stick to this program. We're going to send out community notices October 3rd. This is our community meeting October 7th. Contractors plan on mobilizing October 13th, with construction starting on October 20th. We're probably going to do the final restoration and paving sometime in the spring of 2026. And this project is scheduled to end in July 2026. Next slide, please. Boots on the ground is what we have, what we call when we actually get the forces out there. And that was, I told you when we're going to do that from the previous slide. Boots on the ground is responsible for the construction activities, the erosion control, ensuring that we have the right pipe, put the right pipe in the correct place, that we handle all customer complaints. That will be done by me, some of my staff, and or some of the contract inspectors. We're going to coordinate with other municipalities as needed, and the traffic control will be maintained at all times. And we're always going to ensure everyone is safe, and our safety measures are always going to be followed to the T. Next slide, please. This is a before and after picture. This shows what the trench is going to look like when we are finished putting the pipe in. The gray is graded aggregate base. We call it GAB. And then the end over to the right, that's what it's going to look like when we finish something similar to that. We're going to pave the whole lane over from half the road over to whatever side of the road we're working on. Next slide, please. And now we're going to talk to the community with Ms. Cassandra Marshall again.
Next slide. Community awareness. So what we want you to know is there are going to be a lot of construction traffic both foot and vehicles. Construction deliveries, construction parking will be an issue. The employees and the contractors will be parked alongside the streets and throughout the neighborhood. There are going to be heavy equipment, construction equipment coming in. However, the contractor will have flaggers to provide traffic control throughout the community. Safety and security, there's going to be increased noise. The machinery has backup alarms. They're going to be asphalt saw cutting. Also, we will have our construction zone delineated. This is usually done by orange cones or barrels. One other security measure we have is the contractors and the employees will all have county issued badges. Our typical work hours are from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Coordination throughout the specific streets affected during this construction, we will have that. Residents will always have access in and out of their driveways. However, this is a linear process. So at some point in time, the contractor will block your driveway. And typically they would knock on your door in the morning time before they block the driveway to see if you needed to get in and out for the day. And if you needed to get in and out, they would probably ask that you park on the street for the day. Otherwise, they will continue as working. And if you needed to get out, we ask that you just get with one of the construction team members to just inform them that you need to get out and they will allow you access. We also want to minimize dust control and dirt on the street. The contractor is responsible for sweeping and keeping the streets clean daily. Next slide. Community awareness. So on the bottom left-hand side is a construction yard sign. Typically, we put these up or a large project sign in your area. This is done pretty much on most of the main streets in any project affected by the construction work, just so you're aware of the project and who's doing the work and how to contact DWM if you have any questions. And on the right-hand side is a generic sign that we require our contractors to have on the side of their company cars if they don't have company logos. Next slide. So the contractor is going to provide traffic control to guide residents through the construction zone. Initially, the contractor plans to have one crew starting working from Gresham Road at Boulder View, heading south on Clifton Church. And then later, a second crew will come in and start at Flash Shows and Clifton Church. Planned outages, we will have planned outages, such as the service line transfer to the meter. This is typically no more than a 30 minutes interruption. We should give you a notification probably a day or two prior to that interruption, just so you're aware of the interruption coming forward. Next slide. Next, you will hear from Ms. Patrice Johnson. She will provide public communications update.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Patrice Johnson. I am a public education specialist for DeKalb County Watershed Public Relations Division, and I have over 15 years of watershed experience. Next slide, please. To the left, you have a letter that you should have received on or about October the 3rd, explaining to you that the project was going to start and the information about the project. Throughout the project, you would receive the door hangers that you see in the middle, notifying you of things that are coming and when water will be shut off and things like that. And we also have a email that you would receive. If you would put your email address in the chat, we can add you to the email list for this project. On that email list, you will receive updates, changes for the schedule, any delays, anything that has to do with this project, you'll receive that through that email. Next slide, please. Other ways that we communicate with you, we have a project hotline. We have a website that would have project information where you'll be able to see this video. This presentation, sorry about that, as well as any other communications that have gone out about the project. There will also be news releases and items posted on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Nextdoor, DCTV, project signs, the contractors, and frequently asked questions will all be available. Next slide, please. We're going to leave the screen here for a minute in case you want to scan any of these QR codes. These QR codes will lead you to our specific pages where you will be able to get project information and updates. So the first one will be Nextdoor. Then we have Facebook, Twitter, also known as X, YouTube, and the CIP projects. And this presentation will also be on our YouTube channel. Please. For contact information for the project, as you heard me mention before, there's a project information hotline. That is that first number. You can also email our project information email address, which is that email that's sitting, that's there. We also have the contact information from Ms. Cassandra Marshall and Mr. Andre Martin. Those are the two people that will be in charge of the project, and their email addresses and telephone numbers are also there. And then we have an emergency hotline number. This is our dispatch number and our dispatch email address. This is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We ask that you use this number after hours, or if you have an emergency that comes up or anything like that. If our workers are at the project, you can actually go out and speak with them and, tell them your concerns. But if anything happens after hours, this is the number that you would use, which is the dispatch number or the dispatch hotline, the dispatch email. And someone is there 24/7. Next slide, please. Thank you for joining us for this Clifton Church water main replacement meeting tonight. If you have any questions, and you could put those in the chat, and we'd be happy to answer them for you. We'll go back to the contact information and the QR codes. We'll leave them up for you so you can copy that information down. But like I said, this information will also be available on the website and in the email. If you put your email address in the chat, you'll also get this information. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
All right, well, I guess we'll take a minute to see if there are any questions.
Yeah, there's no questions in the chat so far.
With that being said, we'll close this up. Thank everyone for coming out. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, everyone.
10-4. Have a good one.
Good evening.